Now that you've installed your Series P filter pack and you've checked it for leaks at both low pressure and high pressure, you're ready to move on to your regular feed sample. Typically, we would like you to run at your facility on a true slipstream, not out of a small 15-gallon tank. For demonstration purposes, we'll be showing our test out of a 15-gallon tank. Now that you're ready to start your Series P test, you've removed your shipping bar, connected power, and filled your tank with the appropriate feed material. Remember, in this case, we're using a small 15-gallon feed tank filled with water, but in most applications, we need large volumes from a direct slipstream. You're now ready to start the machine by opening the concentrate valves, opening the feed valves to the tank, making sure the bypass valve is ready, and making sure the concentrate back pressure valve is open. Be sure that the sample port is closed. The first step of a P test is to start the machine and run it for approximately 2 hours in order to condition this new filter pack to your feed material. This will allow you to avoid any false positive data due to high fluxing new membrane. Once you start the machine, adjust the pressure to a low pressure such as 50 psi. Start the vibration when the minimum pressure has been reached and be sure that you have 3/4 inch amplitude vibration. Set the pressure to an operating pressure of approximately 100 psi. This initial pressure setting may vary depending on your membrane type. Consult a NewLogic engineer for a starting pressure based on your membrane type. Now you will collect data points for approximately 2 hours. In order to collect data points, use a Series P data sheet to record the permeate rate, the operating pressure, the operating temperature, and the amplitude of vibration. By monitoring these data points on your Series P data sheet, you'll be able to condition the membrane over the next 2 hours. Now that you've run the system for 2 hours in order to condition the membrane, you're ready to run an initial pressure study on the Series P filter pack. Start at a low pressure, in this case 100 psi for the NF membrane. Different membranes will use different pressure ranges. For a UF membrane, you're going to use 50 to 150 psi. For an NF membrane, you're going to use 100 to 400 psi, and for an RO membrane, you're going to use 200 to 550 psi. Using the appropriate initial pressure, collect your permeate flow rate. Record this data along with your pressure settings on your Series P data sheet. Once you've recorded the pressure, increase your pressure setting by 50 psi. Again, record the permeate flow rate at this pressure setting. You will continue increasing the pressure by 50 psi increments until you've reached your maximum pressure setting. Be sure to record the permeate temperature and pressure at each data point. Once you've reached your endpoint pressure, you can shut down the machine, record the data points, and analyze the data for an optimum pressure. By looking at this graph, you can see that the optimum pressure is 200 psi.